Hello everyone and welcome to this month's Best and Worst of Beauty. I know I've been starting to do some newer kind of content on my channel, but I still want to keep little snippets of old stuff like my best and worst because these are videos that I really enjoy filming, and as far as I know you guys really enjoy these videos too, so I am going to continue onwards and just continue to try and make them as entertaining for y'all as possible. That being said, today is one of my abnormal best and worst of beauty pyramids because I only have 6 products here to tell you guys about. I guess I just wasn't wearing that much makeup in January. I really wasn't, or if I was, it was the stuff that I'm going to talk to you guys about. Also, my apologies on this going up, like a week into the month, so that's my bad, but hopefully this is still relevant enough for you guys and you can still enjoy seeing what I was using and hating and loving this past month. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and sing the song and then we can get on to it. It's the best and worst of beauty, whether good or bad, here's the down and dirty. Now, bottom of the pyramid here, a little different as well, a little abnormal, but I just figured I could talk about these things at the same time because really I'm going to be saying pretty much the same things about both of them. But I have the 2 foundations that I tested out this past month with you all. They weren't good, and granted one was better than the other, but I have got the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream here, and then I also have the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. And as I said, not great, but this one had many more perks than this one. You know, a lot of people wanted to know about this new release from e.l.f., their Camo CC Cream, because a lot of people really love the concealer from this range. And while these both had the exact same positives to them, both of these foundations are buildable in coverage, so you know you can definitely layer them to get more coverage or sheer them out if you want less. They also were both easy to apply and lightweight feeling throughout the day, so again, great. However, both of them get very greasy throughout the day, and neither of them has a very graceful fade, and both of them do wipe off, but this one, it wipes off badly, and the fade is bad. This one, the fade just wasn't great. This one, the fade was bad. Like, it just looked patchy and bad on my skin. So this one was a huge no-go for me, unfortunately. And while this one was also a no-go, as I said, I would much rather, if I had to choose between these 2 for the rest of my life, I mean, I actually think I probably just wouldn't wear foundation, but I would pick this one over this one any day. If I had to, because otherwise, they're going in the trash. Now, the next product here on the bottom of my pyramid, I am sad about because I wanted them to work, but I guess like in the long run, it's not that big of a deal. There are plenty of alternatives, but along with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream release, e.l.f. also recently launched these liquid sparkly shadows. Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you guys ever, I was looking for the actual name of these and it doesn't say on here, but do you guys ever love, like, when you read a book or a textbook in school or something and you find a typo, a spelling error, and you just feel on top of the world? Like, I am so much smarter than everybody, when in reality, I mean, it's no big deal. We all make mistakes. But, like, I think I found a typo on these. On the sticker, it says, not for use in immediate dye area. I don't know about you all, but I don't have a dye area. I have an eye area that these definitely go on because they're liquid eyeshadows, but not for use in immediate dye area. Please tell me, am I like so smart? Or am I just being stupid and really that actually makes sense? I feel very smart. Do you guys see that though? Okay, either way, blah, blah, blah. I've got these liquid metallic shadows, sparkly shadows. They look so pretty and they're from e.l.f., so they're affordable, they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, I just don't think they're great. They're okay. They're not awful, but I wouldn't recommend them. I would recommend other products from the drugstore that do this exact same thing, but better. As I said, colors are really pretty. They're definitely a lot more sheer than I would like them to be. I wish they were a little bit more impactful. Some people are gonna like that they're sheer, but I personally, when I go for a sparkly metallic thing, I want it to be a sparkly metallic thing, not like a wash of maybe sparkle metallic, you know? I want it to be apparent, not a question. I mean, I guess it's good for one and done days where I do just want to wear one shadow and it makes it a bit easier to blend out around the edges, but as I said, I just have other products that I like better, like the L'Oreal ones, and overall these don't wear the greatest. They do wear okay with a primer underneath them. Without a primer, they are gone by the end of the night on my oily eyelids. But then, as I said, even with a primer and with shadows and stuff on top of them, they can certainly make your eyeshadow fade, and if there's no eyeshadow on top of them, just the primer underneath, they still end up fading by the end of the night. Now granted, at least they're actually there at the end of the night, but overall, just a bit of a disappointment for me. Now, moving up to the second tier of the pyramid. I know this goes by fast when it's only 6 products, but basically from here on out, I love all these products for sure. But this one, I just, you know, it's something that could be replaced by other things, but that being said, it's still real good, and I really, really enjoy this. I tend to not be a big fan. I suppose I should tell y'all what this is first. This is the Perfect Diary Beauty Sculpt and Glow Face Palette in the shade 02. I did a whole video on Perfect Diary a few months back, and really enjoyed trying out their products. And this was one that I wasn't sure about, you know? This one did come in a kit, right? Because honestly, I don't think I would have purchased this on its own, because for me, I tend to not care for these kinds of 3-pan face palettes, because one of the colors is always wrong for me, I feel like, and so I don't get full use out of it. But this one actually works for me. The blush, I wish, was just the teensy bit more pigmented or poppy. But that being said, if you like a very light, sheer, peachy blush, it is really, really pretty. The contour works great for me, blends super buttery smooth, and the highlight is just delicious. It is very creamy, very blendy, very natural, but in an unnatural way, if you get what I'm saying. This is not a wham bam thank you ma'am. I suppose you could make it from outer space kind of a highlight, but for me, I feel like it's the kind of highlight that you can see from across the street, which can definitely feel good on certain days. And the wear on these powder products are really good. It is nice and compact. Like, this is something that would be so easy to travel with. Not that any of us should be doing much traveling these days, but I just overall, I really like that palette. I reach for it all the time because everything is in there. And it's just a good one. It was a big surprise, but it's beautiful. I love it. And then the next product here was also from a collection of products that I did a whole video on, but these were definitely the standouts and my favorites, I think, from the line. Oh yes, did anyone see this coming? These Animal Crossing palettes from Colourpop. I adore these. These are so good, and I wasn't sure. I mean, I knew I was gonna like them in terms of they're real cute. And I knew I was gonna love them in terms of, you know, Colourpop shadows tend to be very nice. They work very well, they blend very nicely, they last all day. Granted, with a primer, if you have oily lids like me. But overall, I wasn't sure that I was gonna love them because they are so, like, this is a purple palette. This is a green palette. This is an orangey brown palette. This is a pink with a pop of yellow palette, you know? I wasn't sure that I was gonna get too much use out of these, especially because I didn't think that you were gonna be able to use these in tandem, but I use these together and they actually work so nicely. I mean, I have 3 different ones on my lids today. Sorry, Isabel. I was covered with the other 3, and I just love them. I mean, they're tiny little magnetic palettes. They're adorable. They've got like a soft matte finish to them. They've got the Animal Crossing or some of the Animal Crossing characters on there, and then each one of them comes with a matte color, a sequin, I believe it's called, the formula, where it's like a matte, but it's got a ton of glitter laced in, and then you get some kind of a metallic. This one actually has like a duochrome, and then you get a pressed glitter. So again, you get a matte, you get a sequin, you get a metallic, and you get a glitter. I really do like that about them, and as I said, they all just work so well together. I have created a ton of different looks with these so far, and I just think they're so fun, they're so cute, and I just love them. I don't have any complaints, I don't think. I've been loving the glitter so much. I love it. It's subtle enough where I feel like during the day you can wear this and it's like no big deal. It's not like, that's kind of inappropriate for during the day, like that's more for clubbing, that sort of a thing. I feel like the glitter is very wearable, and on me it doesn't, you know, come off and fall out and whatnot. I don't have to use glitter glue or anything. I just think they're beautiful little palettes, and so if you want to see swatches and stuff, I did all swatches and another eyeshadow look in the video where I reviewed this line of products. But yeah, those have definitely been the winning products. So if you can get your hands on them, and if you're an Animal Crossing fan and you want them, they get 2 big thumbs up from me. And now, last but not least, top of the pyramid. So yeah, certainly last, but not at all least. This is best, not lest. As in least without the A. And then, what was this like nostril grab? Wow. Let's just get on to the product, shall we? Did anyone not see this coming? This mascara from Bite Beauty. This is the new Upswing Full Volume Mascara. Feelings. I have so many feelings about this mascara. Most of them are good. The one about it is that this formula is really wet. It's really wet. If you don't like a wet mascara formula, you're gonna hate this stuff because it does make it a little hard to work with. It can get a little clumpy and smudgy, like along the lower lash line and stuff. You know, I feel like I can make it work, or I don't care enough about it because I enjoy the final result so much, but that is something definitely to note. But aside from the wetness of it, this mascara, well, and the price. Otherwise, this mascara is perfection. I mean, my lashes look phenomenal. You cannot tell me otherwise, and if you try, you done did lie. I think. You're allowed to disagree. But this mascara, I love, you know, that it's vegan, cruelty-free, which is, I think, a contributing factor to why this is expensive. You know, it's 28 bucks, so it is an expensive mascara, but this is one of the few, and I mean few mascaras that I will feel okay with in the future spending money on, because I love the results so much. This mascara wears perfectly throughout the day, no smudges, no flaking, no nothing. It's flexible, like you can touch it and you're not gonna get any flaking. I guess the only thing I haven't done with this on is cry, so I don't know that it's cry proof, but I do have very watery eyes and I've had no problem with this mascara. My lashes stay lifted and curled and looking beautiful. This gives the perfect in-between of volume and length. I love the way it makes my lashes look. It just is gorgeous perfection. I don't know how else to describe it other than... Oh, and I guess another con to it, I did mention this in my weekly wear review, is just that it can be a bit of a bugger to get off at the end of the night. I personally don't care because that means it stays on very well throughout the day, but it does take a little more effort to get off than, you know, standard drugstore waterproof mascara, or not waterproof mascaras, excuse me. You know, normal mascaras. Very easy wipe right off type of a thing from the drugstore at the end of the night. This one, it's not waterproof, but you gotta get in there. But otherwise, gorgeous perfection it is. And there we have it, my friends. Best and worst of beauty. A bit shorter because we had fewer products to talk about here, but hopefully you all were still able to get some enjoyment out of it. Let me know down in the comments below if you are still wearing makeup, even if on a rare occasion like me, and if you're still enjoying it those times that you do wear it. I personally, you know, if I am gonna put it on, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm in that kind of a mindset. It's not like I feel like I need to. I just want to sometimes. These are definitely some of the products that I've been reaching for when that itch needs to get scratched. So, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, as I said, thoughts on beauty right now. If you had any best and worst products from your beauty stash this past month, you can also just let me know how you're doing, any videos you want to see from me in the future, you know, just sound off in those comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!